We had to take a quick break, and we had some great conversation going on with Sister Alicia. So let me recap back. But you can watch it. I did. It is going to be posted. But basically, she works with children, and she's an entrepreneur. And she says she has a certificate. You have a degree or a certificate in
I
your...
have an associate's degree in mental health and chemical dependency.
Okay, yeah, and that's an awesome thing. So but you said you want yours to stay with the children.
Yes.
No, okay.
Yes.
That's
because,
your calling.
Yes, because the children are the ones that people don't think about with that help.
They don't.
They don't think that kids need to go speak to someone about their feelings and what's going on with them, because they don't know what to do with all them feelings, and a lot of times it turns out it looks different with kids.
What are the tools that you would suggest to a child? Like if it's a child watching this, like if they have parents that are addicted, or if they're starting to tamper, what are some tools that you suggest?
I suggest that the children look for someone that they can trust, that they can talk to.
Okay.
Because all of it is having someone to listen to them and not judge them and try to tell them what they should do, but just listen to them because they come from their heart. You know, once a kid picks you and they trust you and they start telling you things, you have to be there for them. Be there the best way that you can. Now, I'm gonna tell you this though. If they getting abused physically, or sexually or anything like that, you do need to report that, because it's too many children out here not being protected in that way.
That's so true.
And people ignore them. I had experience where it was a daughter told her mother, that the boyfriend was touching her. She told her she was lying, kept the boyfriend, and the boyfriend continued. But she wasn't listened to.
Right.
And that's what happens with our children. People think, they making it up. That's not true, or they wouldn't do that. You don't know what people would do. You don't know what people would do.
It's your job as an adult to protect the child.
Yes.
Either way. And I just think people are too free with having their children around everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I just think you have to really be careful with that, with so much going on in the world.
Yes.
Period. So we have our play coming up, but at the church. You will be playing with your granddaughter.
Yes.
You'll be in the church. So,
she's so excited.
I really, your character, actually, I've just been thinking about everybody's character. I think I want you to be the outspoken. You're going to be the one that's talking all the time. In church house, always the lady that she talks long and she talks too much. Like, and it's kind of like, I want you to portray her, and to the point where everybody's like, we know,
whatever your name is. That well.
Like, we know, Sister Gladys, we know. Like, they love you, but it's like time.
Right.
Well, because the play that we're doing is going to be about, is based off in the church. A pastor here in Dayton, Ohio, asked us to do a play an hour, so it's a short one. And so basically it is going to be about how young people are trying to come in, and maybe not just, it's not going to just be based on young people, but it's just like somebody that may be coming from the streets, or somebody that never been to church, don't know, but they're ready to seek some spirituality and get a closer walk with God, and they just went to the first thing they knew, which was church. But a lot of times when they go in there, people judge by what they have on.
Yes.
They are so on, pull your pants up, look what she got on, her dress too short.
Right.
And the play is going to talk about, let them come in first. And love on them. Because eventually when your heart change, you pull that skirt down some.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he'll pull his pants up.
Yep.
But give him time.
Right.
Don't judge as soon as they come in. That's why the churches are empty to this day.
That's why the youth do not come, because they always feel looked at, and not looked at them through their heart, just like what we were talking about. People judge them for the outer appearance, but they don't know they learning. So you have to teach the youth. Do
me a favor, sister. Can you text Tracy, tell her we interviewing right now. So they don't have to text me, because we interviewing.
Okay.
But that is so true. So that's what the play is about, and it's Tina's Troop Skits, and that is basically what my production company is about. It's about truth. So a lot of my skits that have went viral, a lot of people, I've been doing it now. I've been saying 3 years for a long time. Do you realize that my first skit went viral in 2022?
Wow.
I don't know what that has happened to me that I have no concept of time anymore. So I've been saying 3 years, 3 years. No, it's 5.
Wow.
I went to my first viral video and I looked on it and I'm like, 2022?
Yeah.
Time is flying.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, it is time for me to take it on to the next level.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I wasn't, but you know, I just didn't know. So amen. You know, and they started off with a skit, and of course, into a play, and then in March it'll be a movie. So I'm just,
that's amazing.
I'm really,
Congratulations.
and everything.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Excited about where we're going. I'm glad. Like I said, I'm thankful for your giving spirit and want to always lift a hand, not just with me, but everybody that you're around. Because I asked my cousin, I said, "How do you know Ulicia?" She said that from just being around, and you've always wanted to help out and you know, offer your help and stuff like that. Yeah. And I said, "Yep, that's." She said, and I said, "I've never heard anything else but that about her." You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing, Ulicia.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I do enjoy helping the people that I love. You know, and especially, you know, if I know I can see, you know, that you're a loving spirit, a giving spirit. You want to help the community and help people. So people that want to help other people, I want to help you too.
Right.
You know.
But you know what?
Some people do.
Yes, it does. And sometimes people that do that, they do. They get neglected or they neglect themselves.
Yes.
And so that is what I work on is balance.
Yes.
Like, don't forget to love Tina. Like, whatever you do, continue to do what you're doing for everybody, but please do not forget to do for you.
That's right.
And a lot of times, we do. Some people. I'm speaking for myself.
Yes.
Because I was always the go-to person.
Right.
Whether it was for advice, whether it was for, you know, let's go handle something, financially, spiritually.
Yes.
I would give. Even in my lowest state, I still gave of myself for my loved ones. So you have to learn
I understand that
to
totally.
love yourself.
I do.
You have to learn.
And that's one thing
yourself.
I'm learning too, sis. I'm learning to do more things for myself too.
So what is it that you do for yourself? Like, what is your routine in the morning? Like, tell me what your routine is in the mornings.
Well, most of the time when I get up and get dressed, I'm getting out to go do something, you know, as far as financial. And what I'm learning to do now is to get up a little earlier, just to listen to some music, you know, pray, meditate, and just do some, you know, get myself ready spiritually for the day, and to ask for the things that are for me to get, to receive.
Yes.
You know, and if it's not for me, then it doesn't even come my way.
Right. That's right.
Because a lot of times, you know, you want to do and help for some people, but sometimes there's lessons for those people, and you might be getting in the way.
Girl, Ulicia, sis, I just said this. Sometimes people have to fall.
Yes.
And that was me.
Yes.
Especially with my baby brother. Baby, look, girl, his feet could barely be off the cliff, and there I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and sometimes the fall is necessary.
Yes.
And so when he caught that case, and it was absolutely nothing, and I've never felt so powerless in my life. Yeah. And that's when you have to say, something higher than myself have to handle this, because I had a nervous breakdown about it. My brother never bothered a soul, and he's a very non-confrontational guy. So to even go to court and you're looking at a family that would hate, and I understand it.
Yeah.
But you know your people.
Right.
You know what type of person they were.
Right.
It still don't matter. That's still your loved one.
Right.
And for somebody that, my brother don't even argue people. You know what I mean? He's a likable guy in this city. Like, nobody just goes around and say, I can't stand them. Now, me on the other hand, you know, you won't be shocked to hear somebody, I can't stand that bitch. Oh, and that's cool. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you have a reason for saying that, and maybe not. But it wouldn't be a shock to hear that. But for him, it shocked the whole city. Like, what'd he do to Jesse? Like, that was the first thing. Like, what did dude do? Like, because that was so out of his character. So I learned then that you have to just trust. Yeah. And so I had been relapsed, but when he went, I just really went crazy with it. Yeah. And so I had lost myself and was all the way like I was in a toxic marriage that I shouldn't have never been in to begin with. But however, it wasn't all bad. I had happy moments, but I was never happy. Right. If that makes sense. Right. Yes, it does. But I've never, and this may sound weird, but I never felt more protected by anybody in my life than with him, because one thing about him, if he for you, he for you. Right. You know what I mean? Yes. Like to the nitty gritty, and he's solid. Yeah. So he and I could have been like best friends. Right. And shouldn't have never been anything else. Anything else, yes. You know what I mean? Yes. So, but I mean, I don't regret it because at that time he had one child, and I was able to be a mother, because I don't have no kids, of course, but I was able to be a bonus mother, and he came into my life when he was 3. Oh. So I was able to, you know what I'm saying? So it was great. So that's my second time, you know, being in my marriage, that I was able to be a bonus mother to them babies. I take the role because I was a child that had bonus dads. Right. So I know the importance. And so listen, you say that, I relate to that because I had bonus moms. Okay. You know, so I had my aunt, you know, she was like a mom to me growing up. I had my stepmom, my brother Chico's mother, Mama Teresa, my kids' dad, who is still, she's mama now, Mama Nancy. That's mama, you know, to me. And then my stepmom, who took me in at like, what was I, about 13, 14, she took me in. Did you go to foster care at all? No. That was the blessing where I know that I was being protected. Yes. You know, because I could have. You know, somebody could have reported, you know, and said, hey, you know, she be drunk, mom is drunk all the time, and them kids over there just, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. But that was the thing. In Israel, of course, everybody looked out for each other. People knew other people's demons or whatever was going on with them, but everybody looked out for each other. Yeah. You know, they made sure also, if y'all hungry, y'all got some food, y'all good, you know. Yeah. But that's one thing, my mama, she made sure we had food. She didn't play about that. Okay. Now, I might have been cooking some of it sometimes for my siblings, but we had food. You know, she made sure she would feed the kids in the neighborhood if they was hungry. But that was a thing that, and I look at that like, you know, we could have easily been taken bad, and I could have been in a foster or abused in a horrible way. People that prey on you. So let me ask you this: so what demons do you think? What pain? Do you know anything about your mom's past at all? Like, did you know, like, maybe what could have happened with her? Yeah, because I was an alcoholic, so I know. Right, that you were going through stuff. Suppressed. And that was the thing too for me, that no matter what, I love my mom. And I knew that it was something going on. And I think that was where my protection of being a child came in. Like, a lot of people didn't really know everything that was happening. My aunt came in one day and I was standing on a stool cooking some grits for me and my brother. And she was like, what's going on? And I was little, I was a little girl, and I didn't, look at that, but I knew that my mom was going through something. In my spirit, my mom is going through something. I know this not my mom, because before the alcohol, she was just the most loving, giving, person. When it was the alcohol, she was telling somebody else. But I knew she was going through stuff. And one thing I did witness when you say that, as a child, I witnessed her being physically abused. From boyfriends. Right, but let's say was it anything, did she ever share anything like within her childhood that may have? No, her childhood, she was raised by my grandparents. Okay. And it was 5 siblings, and they were raised, good. They lived in, grew up in Residence Park. Okay. So their childhood was good. She talked about her childhood. It was good. And I just think that think it was life choices. Yeah, well, I think it was also mental health. Oh yeah.
I think a lot of it was
That's
mental
right,
health.
because it went undiagnosed
Yes.
with us.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I'm 56 and got diagnosed last year with ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I've been losing stuff.
See?
Since I've been, like, I lost a violin. That was when my bonus dad was like, look, this is not normal. He was telling my mama that, like, girl, as big as a violin.
Exactly.
Tina, do you know? And I literally could not remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I never even heard of an ADHD girl until
until we got
now,
our kids,
now.
right? Because
I didn't even hear it then. I just now. I'm talking about me. I never heard it before.
Right.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I didn't never hear anything about that. I'm just now hearing about autistic. It was different names.
Yeah.
So like you can't say retarded now. They want you to say mentally challenged. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I never heard of it. So when he asked me that, I looked it up and he said, well, "Do me a favor and have your psychiatrist give you a test." And sure as I passed it with flying colors. Like she knew. So it was like, you got disciplined though for being not responsible. So I got whoopings.
Yeah.
But I don't blame my mother. She didn't know no better.
Right.
And so even with my mother, my grandmother and them didn't know any better. Yes. So unless you was with the white coat crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, mental, which I grew up with that, then wasn't nothing wrong with you.
Oh yeah.
And that's how they looked at it.
That's growing up on, in our age group, that was, anything happening in the house, you keep it in the house. And then people, our culture didn't believe in going to see a psychiatrist or anybody because, no, I'm not crazy. What you talking about? Because it was also shown to us as that, like you're going to be in a white straight jacket, they're going to put you in a room.
Or they're not telling no white man they business. Now, that's what a lot of older people, I'm not going to tell that white man none of my business.
Yeah, because it's going to be held against me, and then they're going to try to take my kids. All that type of stuff was a fear in our community and our culture. I'm not talking about what's going on in my head. Why? So y'all can take my kids.
Oh, my. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that was it. I'm like, you ain't taking my kids from me, and then y'all going to put them in somebody's foster care and beat them and do them any kind of way. No.
Now, I was a foster parent, and the stories that I heard from the foster children that I had was so horrible and horrific. It's some horror stories, and then So I could see why nobody would share that, and then they didn't really feel safe on who to say it to, with that fear, and then not understanding it themselves. I mean, even with your own parents, So I get that. Yeah. Well, what would you like to say? I have enjoyed you. What would you like to say to someone that, say for instance, Ulicia, they have siblings and they are the older sister. I started cooking early too. My mother would be at work or she may have went out. So my mama taught me. I was 10 years old, to the point where my uncle used to have to come over there sometime because I would forget how to cut the whole chicken. So he would come over, but he would be infuriated. Girl, when I say he used to be so mad that I was cutting that chicken because he just felt like it was too much for me to be so young to be cooking a chicken like that. But you got to realize back then they started cooking at a very young age.
I remember walking to Liberals. Remember Liberals
Yes,
Market
I do.
on Salem?
Yeah.
So I remember walking to Liberals Market on Salem from our apartments, Edgewood Courts, to go pick up groceries, and they would give credit. So my mom would send me with a list. Yes, my mom would send me with a list, and I would go over there. I get them the list, and then they give me the grocery, give me the, put all the stuff be in the bag, and then I would walk it back home. I wasn't nothing but about 7, 8 years old. I was a little kid.
And kids are so different now. I just said kids are really soft now.
Oh yeah.
They don't know how to do. Why?
They're too protected, and I say it all the time. I say
why?
I was doing everything, and then that's the thing where.
But why would you want to raise a child that wouldn't be able to survive if you died tomorrow? Your child wouldn't know what. I don't understand why people are raising their children like that.
Yes, and that's the part they don't think about. I think is what it is they just want to protect and cuddle and coddle, and they don't understand these babies are tough if you let them be tough. They can go and cook you a whole meal if you teach them. They can clean the whole house if you teach them.
I was teaching my baby boy,
but they're not being taught those survival skills.
I had him a step stool, patting out hamburgers, teaching him how to do that hot grease, teaching him about the stove, teaching him how to wash dishes and clean up afterwards, all of that.
Yeah.
Now, his home life was something totally different, but I feel like the seed that I planted, that he'll have.
Yeah, he'll have
He'll have But what would you say to a young person? Do you feel like, just what would you say to them if they're in that situation? Now, you already did say, like, tell if you're being touched, molested, or something like that. But, like, what if that's their fear? Like, I don't want to tell because I don't want them to be taken. That's right.
Yeah, well, just, just talking to somebody in your family, that somebody that love you and care about you. Just talking to them and getting the help you need. There was, like I said, I didn't say anything, but as soon as my aunt found out, she was right there to help us. She didn't call children's services on my mom or anything like that. She just stepped in and helped us out. So there is family members that love you that you can go to and talk to, and they will help you, and help you and your mom, your dad, or whoever you're with, grandparents, whoever it is. But basically, family should be someone that you can be. There should be someone in your family that you can go to, that you can trust, and that you can talk to get the help you need. It takes a family and it takes a village, and it might not be anyone in your family. It might be a neighbor that's close. It might be a best friend of your mom, or best friend of your dad, or somebody like that's around.
That's right.
And if you talking to them, they'll help you out, and they'll help your mom, help your parents, because sometimes your parents don't want to say nothing, but they need somebody to listen to them too, because they going through it. And like I said, with my mom, it could have been it was probably mental health. I take it that it was mental health. That was one of the reasons that I did go take the courses at Sinclair, and it helped me see a lot with my mom and my dad. Like those were, just a lot of times where people will say, well, that's their choice. They choosing to drink, they choosing to use drugs. No, it's an addiction, and it's mental. So they sometimes when they in that, they don't even know they in that for real.
Right.
Because it's what's happening to them.
So you just told them just to talk to somebody. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Reach out, talk to someone you can trust, that can help you.
Okay.
Especially if you need that help.
Well, I appreciate that. And I say to whoever listens to this that don't let age be a factor if it's something that you want to do. Like I just shared with you, I'm 56. I'm living out my dream. I started this in 2022. Started off with one skit. And then I didn't know anything about anything, none of it. It literally was a vision, and I just took off from there. And it's just as you do that, more things pour out of you. Because sometimes you have all these gifts, but when you make wrong choices in life, they're not exercised. You don't display them. You know what I mean? So when you get in the place, then they just start pouring out of you. Because if you think back, and I do, everything I'm doing now, I did as a child. These are things that I inspired to do then. And so, and somebody be like, oh, well, I done gave up on my dream. You can never, and especially today, you can run into an entertainer like tomorrow simply by being social media famous.
Yes.
So it's not like back in the day where it was like Hollywood, those people seem so far off. Right. It's not like that anymore. Yes. So please don't give up on yourself. And if you have a problem with loving yourself, then that's again, like Ulicia said, and we're going to say, try to talk to somebody, but try to say affirmation. Yes. Don't allow your emotions to dictate your life. Yes. No, it doesn't matter how you feel. Speak life into your life. That's right. I am loved. I am beautiful. I am whole. Yes. If you don't have a job, I am employed. And then you work without faith is dead. So when you're saying these things, you have to do it. You have to do it. Now, I want to speak on mental illness. My depression did not look like everybody else's. I didn't cry. I didn't lay around. It was very mean. And I just wasn't doing anything. I just shut down. So, but I never stopped speaking affirmations. And meanwhile, I was in active addiction. I spoke every day that I was sober. Every day. While I was getting high, I would drink and say, thank God for my sobriety. I would smoke crack, thank God for my sobriety. And then it happened. I didn't go to rehab, although I've been when I caught a case, but I just said I'm done, and I was done that day, and I haven't looked back. So you can put your mind to do anything that you desire to do, but if you do have to go to rehab, don't be ashamed about it. Go. Yes. Just please go, and then go to therapy. If you're wounded, please go to therapy, no matter if you are a child and you are being touched and you're scared, because one thing an abuser would do, which was told to Charmaine, he told her, if you tell, I'll kill your whole family.
And that's what they
do. That
is
something
they use that fear
they
to
say
keep control.
To paralyze you, and then they keep doing that to you, to the point where she said You know, just do unto others that you would have them do unto
That's
you.
right.
You know, just do unto others that you would have them do unto
That's
you.
right.
And that's
You know?
just really the bottom line. Don't do anything to anybody that you wouldn't want done to yourself.
That's right.
Don't do that.
That's right.
You know, and
Yes.
that's about it with me. But we thank you so much for joining us today. Sorry for the technical difficulty. I couldn't get the oh God. Anyway, it's gonna the more I do it, I gotta go order some more stuff because I had two of them. One broke. My big ring light broke. My one that you put on this table, which was perfect, the other half broke. So it's just time to get some more stuff. We made it work. We call it nigga rig in the hood. I had the nigga rig it, and we on. So
it rigged at work. Look at it.
That's right. So our skits are done with an iPhone 16, and before that it was an iPhone 12, and they was getting astronomical 956K. Was like nothing for us to get.
Thing.
So I'm trying to get those numbers back up again. But don't even, and then if you're a content creator, I know it's disheartening when you see your views go super low. I'm going through that now on TikTok, but baby, you got to keep creating. I'm not a bit more worried. It'll kick in when it kick in. That the algorithm will kick in. Stay consistent no matter what. You want to tell your you want to share your testimony though about your car, because I think that is an awesome testimony.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So on October the 7th, I was in a car accident where the driver of the other car was...
about me. I'm talking about your new car.
Oh, my new car? No, yeah. I'm about to tell the whole thing.
Oh.
She done pulled it out now.
Oh,
she done pulled it out now. I'm going to tell the whole thing.
Oh, God.
So October the 7th, I was in a car accident. My vehicle was totaled. It was a Ford Flex. And me and my son, I was taking him from an interview that he was supposed to get a job and was given a job, but we didn't have transportation. So, you know, sis just reached out and was like, you know, hey, I seen you was in an accident. You okay? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just, you know, trying to figure it out because I you know, I work, a couple jobs. I DoorDash, and I don't have a car now. And then she reached back out to me like the next day. I got a car I'm gonna let you use till you figure out your situation. And listen, she don't know. She knowing this right now, y'all. I never told her this. But in that situation of that happening to me, I manifested her and what she did. Because that's what she was talking about earlier, positive thoughts. You bring what you want to you.
That's right.
And I said, God, give me, I don't care what it is. Let somebody give me a car to drive. I don't care what it look like. As long as it run, give me the A to B so I can do what I've been doing.
You did share that with me outside.
I did. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
She called, and I was like, look. I was just
when
like,
it come,
crazy.
you be like,
I was
whoa.
crazy, like, woo. And listen, and I loved it. She was like, you know, it don't look like much. I said, I do not care. I got in that car and I did what I had to do and took care of my business. But then in that situation of being humble, because I was humble, I was happy with whatever I was able to use to do what I do, continue to do what I do.
Yes.
I was humble. And God said, look, this is what you're going to be driving. I had a dream, a vision.
That's what you said.
I was driving a black Flex.
Now, to those that don't know what a black Flex is, can you go into detail? Because I did not. I didn't know what you were talking about.
It's a Ford Flex. And the reason I like the car, because that was a car that I had before, is because it also helps me.
Is it a truck? What is a Flex?
SUV.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like an 8-passenger.
Okay,
and that was one of the reasons I liked it, because I can keep my grandkids in there and ride with them or do other things. I can also use it as a truck. I can put the seats down. You know, I like to go and to the pantry sometimes, get food, help people, drop it off. You know, so it helped me do the things that I do. And if I'm doing my business, you know, my entrepreneur stuff, I can put all my things in there, you know, with no problem. I don't have to go rent a vehicle, do none of that.
Right.
So when I seen this in my dream, and I'm like, for real, you know. So when it actually happened, I'm still flabbergasted, because the tags expire on the 19th on Monday. So I'm still in this like, wow, like unbelievable, because this vehicle is way better than the one I had.
Yes,
it is beautiful, you know. And I know that wasn't nothing but God. Nice. He gave me back, because he was like, you humble, you always here, you give, you there, you know, you do what you do. And you don't complain about nothing. Even in that situation, I didn't complain. I was still worried about the young lady. Like, I hope she okay, and I hope she gets some help. That's where I was at in my heart. Like, I hope she gets some help. Because that's, you know, and by the grace of God, me and my son walked out of there with a couple scratches. Then that was from the glass breaking on my whole side, on my side, and then the airbags went out all the way around. And in the moment of the accident, the only thing I was thinking, I wasn't even thinking about myself. I was thinking about my child next to me.
Right.
How I could protect him in this. Because it happened so quick. I'm telling y'all, it looked like Final Destination. This big F-150 pickup truck coming at us sideways. Looked like nobody was
What
controlling
happened?
it.
What caused it? What was going on? The brakes went out?
She was under the influence. She was arrested at the scene. She was under the
Girl,
influence.
I didn't know all that.
See,
The lady was drunk?
she was either drunk or high, one of the two. I feel like she nodded out because it didn't look like nobody was driving the car. Me and my son, I was like, oh my God. And I just pulled the car, you know, got over as much as I could to get out the way. And the way that car looked, you know, y'all, my daughter, when she came, she looking at me like, how did you get out of this car? Because, you know, her and my granddaughter, they was all like, oh my God, because I was like, when I caught him, I was crying because it scared me. Because the way that truck was coming at us, I thought me and my son was gone.
Oh my God, Ulicia.
Yes, I thought we were gone. And I'm telling you, that's why, you know, a lot of people don't realize, hey, when I walked up out of there, I walked up out of there also as a different person. With,
yes.
With, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, hey, if it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, it's not. And I'm okay with that. You know, because that he gave me, I know that was another chance of showing him, you know, showing me who he is, period. Yeah. Because I carry him with me everywhere I go, no matter what. It's what he has for me.
Well, I hope this encourages you. That's an awesome testimony, babies, because one day you can be without a car and then you get a whole night's one. So be encouraged and be humble. That's what I took out of that.
Yes.
Well, we love you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Y'all have a blessed day on purpose and
bye,
love
everybody.
you.
Have a good one. Love
Y'all
you.
be seeing her more.
Bye.
Bye-bye.